Very good evening, and today we're going to be talking about a mighty release from MGM's Midnight Movies range. Now, Midnight Movies came out a while ago, around about the 1990s, and they brought out a whole slew, which is a very good word, a slew of strange and unusual films. They're very much sought after now, and the prices for a lot of the double bills, because amazingly they used to do double bills, 2 films at one cinema. You could sit and watch 2 films together, and I think that's why I find myself drawn towards Midnight Movies, because of the kind of the retro sort of feel that it's got to it. Now this time's around, this tells a tale of Dr. James Xavier, played by the mighty Ray Milland. Now, anyone who doesn't know Ray Milland will know that he played a kind of a bad guy in a lot of films, especially where he plays in Frogs, where he plays a landowner who gets bullied and picked on by frogs. But I kind of know him from the quintessential movie, The Thing with Two Heads, where he plays a white bigot who's grafted onto another guy's body. It's a must-see, if only for the ridiculousness of it. And it does work tremendously well on so many levels, as do a lot of these totally bananas films. Now, this one here, the man with the X-ray eyes, it's not just talking about Charles Xavier, it's talking, or James Xavier, his brother. He plays a doctor who wants to basically improve his sight. So, working with a close scientific colleague, he decides to get these little eye drops, which strangely enough are called X. Now, these eye drops enhance his eyes so much that he can start to see through panelling, he can start to see through tables and stuff like that. Obviously, more eye drops, the stronger the vision gets. And the film just goes on from there. Now, it's completely bananas. And if you'd gone to a studio and said, well, look, I've got this great idea. This guy, he has eye drops and his eyes get really strange and he can see things that no one else can see. Along the way, it turns him completely bonkers and he bumps off assorted people. He ends up joining a circus, joining a fair, and becomes Dr. Mysterio. And he basically can tell what's happening and does identify a card trick and things like that. But it works on lots of levels. Great performance from Ray Milland, who, even though the film itself is completely daft, keeps a straight face and doesn't camp it up and doesn't act the fool all the way through. In fact, everyone in it, including Don Rickles, who pops up as a rather sleazy sideshow guy, no one camps it up. They play the story dead straight, and I think that what makes it works tremendously well, because you actually get the feeling that this guy's for real, and it's not some wild supervillain. Now, the back of the box has a load of fun facts, and there's not really any extras with it. But what you do get is you do get the prologue to X, the man with the X-ray eyes. So it's because it's the 1960s, you get a whole load of beautiful birds and way out things, man. You also get a commentary with Roger Corman and the original theatrical trailer. So it's definitely well worth picking it up. The Los Angeles Times called this fantastic, pounding suspense and harrowing. It's not really that hammering even, but it does manage to give a great evening's entertainment, and I think, what more could you need? X, the man with the X-ray eyes, gets a thumbs up from me. And if you like what you hear and you want to know more movie madness, more film reviews, more chat, more readings, subscribe down below. Click like, stay safe, and keep it horror.